You are not going to be that kind of lawyer, my dear friend. You are going to be a courtroom lawyer, a courtroom fighter, a front row fighter. Isn't it? Isn't that what you want to become? What is the right way to join legal profession? How to embark upon the career as a litigation lawyer? You may be baffled with these questions. You means you young advocates or you young law students who are just on the verge of completing your law degree and are greatly inclined to join legal profession as a litigation lawyer. So if you are struggling with those issues, then this video is for you. About a year before, I had made one video for those young students who are on the verge of completing their law degree and are in a dilemma whether to go for legal profession or not. In that video, I had enumerated certain pain points and pleasure points of the legal profession so that after knowing them, the young people can take a decision whether to go for that kind of life or not. But in this video, I am speaking to those young, fresh advocates or law students who have decided or who have shown a strong inclination to join legal profession as a litigation lawyer and want to know how to go about it, how to start, how to make a start, the right start. तो मैं उन यंग एडवोकेट्स के साथ यहाँ बात कर रहा हूँ या लॉ स्टूडेंट्स के साथ बात कर रहा हूँ जिन्होंने अब ये डिसाइड कर लिया है कि उन्हें लीगल प्रोफेशन ज्वाइन करना है, मगर ये पता नहीं कि शुरुआत कैसे करना, सही शुरुआत कैसे हो। अगर आप उस कैटेगरी में हैं तो ये वीडियो आपके लिए है। So those who are new to the channel, I welcome them all. And those who are new, who do not know me, let me just introduce myself briefly. I am Advocate Nahush Khubalkar, and I have been practicing as a lawyer, as an advocate, before the Nagpur bench of Bombay High Court since last about 30 years. So the first step in starting your law practice, in embarking upon a career as a litigation lawyer, is to begin with the right mindset. मतलब कि एक सही सोच के साथ आपको शुरुआत करनी है. What I mean by that is that while you take up law as a profession, you must be very, very clear about your why. Why do you want to become a litigation lawyer? Now see, there may be different reasons for everyone. You may have a reason that you want to become famous, or you want to make a lot of money, or you want some validation, you want some social status, you want to enjoy the intellectual challenge that is involved in it. Everyone may have his or her own reasons. I appreciate that. But then, I want you to ask a question to yourself. What is the ultimate reason that you are going to be a litigation lawyer for? वो कारण क्या है जो सबसे ऊपरी कारण हो सकता है जिसके वजह से आप वकील बनना चाहते हैं? What could that be? Think about it for yourself and answer it for yourself. Okay, let me guide you with that. Just ask a question to yourself. Why is someone doing what he is doing? Now see, there are doctors, there are engineers, there are architects, someone is a chartered accountant, or someone is a writer, someone is an actor, or someone is a singer, someone is a dancer. Someone may be just a puncture wala, or someone is a salesman. Why are they doing what they are doing? Now you could come up with many answers. But see, if you think deeply, the ultimate answer that would emerge is to serve others, to give to others, to solve someone else's problems. You know, a doctor is a doctor for treating diseases of patients, of people. An architect is an architect for designing buildings of his clients. A writer is a writer because he wants his work to be read by people. An actor, a dancer, a singer, they are also doing all these things for being enjoyed by others. Right? A puncture wala is doing puncture repairing job for helping others. It's simple. Any type of work that you can imagine revolves around serving others, helping others, solving some problem. A salesman sells products. Those products ease the lives of other people. Same thing applies to legal profession. A person wants to become a lawyer ultimately for serving people. That's the ultimate answer. Now I know everyone may have his or her own reasons. But see, that is the more through which they would serve the society. Someone's mode may be to serve society through advocacy in the courts. Someone's mode may be to serve society through medical profession. Someone's mode or the way of serving may be to sell products. Someone's mode may be to dance, to perform a dance. So these are different modes of serving people, but the ultimate objective of everyone doing what they are doing is to serve others. So if you embark upon the legal profession with this mindset, with this understanding that you are entering the legal profession for serving society, for serving community, for solving people's problems, for easing their lives, you would be making a right start. Why I am telling all this? Because it may happen that after starting your law career, you would start thinking that you have become someone. That you are wearing this coat, this band, this gown, now that you have become someone. And others are there to, it would be self-centered thing. You may revel in the joy of becoming a lawyer and you would feel it might happen. I'm not saying that it will happen. It may tend to happen that you would focus more on yourself rather than focusing on other people. So let that not happen. Be aware that you are there for serving others. Of course, you are there also for enjoying your own life through this kind of work. The lifestyle that legal profession will give you, you are there to enjoy that. Because ultimately you are going to charge for the services that you would be rendering to people. There may be exceptions also. In certain cases, you would be charging less. In certain situations, you would not be charging any fees. But in normal situations, you would be charging money. But ultimately, this is a people-oriented profession. And once you understand this, all your other actions will go right, will fall into place. समझ में आ रही ना बात? जब आप वो क्लाइंट्स को सेंटर में रखोगे तो आपकी बाकी की कृतियां भी सही होंगी. वो सेल्फ सेंटर्ड नहीं रहेगी, वो दूसरों को सेंटर्ड रहेगी. Now see, all the experts in the field of personal development have recognized this fact. And why am I devoting so much time on this point only? Because this point is so important that sometimes, although it is so important, we tend to become unaware about it. We tend to forget its importance. Zig Ziglar, one of the famous name in the field of personal development, has said that you can get everything you want if you help enough others get what they want. है ना? मतलब तुम्हें वो सब मिलेगा जब तुम दूसरों की पूरी तरह से मदद करोगे, वो मिलाने में जो वो चाहते हैं. That's the thing. So begin with this right mindset. That was the first point. The second point is, please do not let the initial waiting period in the profession dampen your spirits. वकालत में जो शुरुआत का काल होता है, वेटिंग पीरियड, उसकी वजह से आप अपने अंदर का जज्बा मत खोइए, उसे कायम रखिए. Why I am telling this? Because you have to recognize and accept an important reality of this legal profession, and that is that there is a waiting period in the initial stages of this profession. Unlike any other job in a multinational company or a law firm, which would immediately start you paying high enough or reasonable amount, this profession is not going to do that for you in the initial stages. You may be required to struggle for earning money at the initial stages. But what I mean to tell you is, please, please, please do not let this dampen your spirit, because if you continue to be steady in the profession, eventually you will succeed. Of course, there can be no 100% guarantee. That would depend upon many of other factors, like your the kind of work that you are doing, your personality, the network that you establish, and all these things. But these things also will happen if you remain steady in the profession. And that's my third point. Third point is, if you want to succeed in the profession, the secret of success is to continue in the profession steadily. Do not waver here and there. Do not get diverted here and there. Sometimes the other things may tempt you to leave the profession and go for a job, and then again come back, and again go for a job, and again come back, do the profession for some time, then go for teaching, and then not pay attention to profession. If you remain steady at it, a day will come when the things will go all right. I have seen many examples where only because of their steadiness, people have improved. In the initial days, they lacked in many areas. But with passage of time, those people went on improving, not only their inner personality, but also their law practice. And today, all of them are well-established lawyers. That is only because of their commitment to the profession, the passion with which they continued to work in a steady way for a longer time. That's my third point. Now, one may ask, how can I maintain steadiness in the profession? And that's my fourth point. Love your work. Love the profession. Enjoy the work that you will be doing in your profession. That will keep you going. Have fun in it. And yes, the profession is like that. You can enjoy that. Every case that you deal with has a different story. Every case, although it looks similar to other case, has a different texture. There may be sensational cases, there may be non-sensational cases. Whatever may be the nature of the story that is involved in the case, the points may challenge you intellectually. The points involved, your research work, there are many areas. See, this is a profession of thinking. Basically, it is of thinking, speaking, reading, and writing, drafting. Only 4 basic tasks are to be done. And all those are fun. Every case is like a puzzle to be solved. And the more you become adept at it, the more you continue to enjoy that. That was my fourth point. Enjoy the profession. My next point fifth point is, please, please, please join a senior's chamber at the beginning of the profession. Please avoid starting into the profession on your own, because you will be greatly handicapped. See, merely because you acquire a law degree and have knowledge about certain laws doesn't really equip you to immediately start dealing with or to start working upon any case. You still need training, you still need some experience, and that you will get only in the chamber of a senior lawyer or an established lawyer. So please join some senior's chamber and start your profession there. See, if you are not in a position to get a senior of your liking or of your choice, my suggestion would be to first enter the profession by joining any senior who gives you some access to his office. And then later on, after you start working there, you keep searching or you try joining the senior of your choice or the office of your choice. That can be done. But begin in a senior's chamber. Even there you will learn something. Definitely you will learn something. Joining a senior's chamber has many advantages. You get to observe a lot many things. You come to know how to deal with clients. You observe your senior working on the briefs, thinking about a case or a drafting. You get to read the drafts, and you also observe your senior arguing in the court. And you also get to know how your senior maintains his temperament after the result of the case. The result may be either in favor or against, but still how to maintain that cool and steady temperament even when the court says no. So many things are there to learn and observe. This is a great laboratory. And in that laboratory, you are also part of the experiment. You are the observer as well as you are part of the experiment. So observe, learn, and grow in a senior's chamber. Now, the sixth point, I am not really happy to share this with you, but I must also make you aware about the reality that is there. If you have someone to support you financially for say about 2 to 3 years at least in the legal profession, please take their help. It may be your parents, it may be anyone else supporting you financially. Now, why I am saying this? It's because in your initial days, you will either not get any money or you will get very less money. You have to be ready for this situation. Now, there may be exceptions, and I hope that with the passage of time, right from the old days in which I embarked upon the profession till today, some change must have taken place, and seniors must be paying their juniors. I just hope and pray that. But I'm not sure whether every senior or every office does that. And there is no compulsion upon any senior to make payment of a fixed monthly amount to his junior. So depending upon the nature of office or the kind of senior that you get, you may or may not get some money in the initial stages of your profession. Some may be lucky enough to be placed in such offices where they immediately start getting a reasonable amount. Some may not be so lucky. So there may be senior who doesn't pay, but in whose office you have great learning opportunity. So consider that as your earning. Some senior may give you an opportunity to appear before the courts at the early stages. There may be a senior who pays but who doesn't give opportunity to appear before the court. So although there is money at the beginning, but then the junior would be deprived from getting the experience of appearing before the court for a longer time. So there may be pluses and minuses. The fact that you have to understand and accept and go ahead with is that in the initial stages, you may not get reasonable amount of money. So if you have someone to support you financially in the initial stages of your practice, please do not refuse that. You may, of course, if you are मतलब स्वाभिमानी अगर है आप, हाँ, सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट आपको है, आपको अगर लगता है कि नहीं अभी मैं इतना बड़ा हो गया हूँ, इतनी बड़ी हो गई हूँ कि मैंने कुछ कमाना चाहिए और घर में कंट्रीब्यूट करना चाहिए और मैं ऐसा नहीं कर सकता हूँ या नहीं कर सक रही हूँ, तो मुझे गिल्ट आता है। तो कृपया कुछ सालों के लिए ये फीलिंग बाजू में रखें और आफ्टर यू स्टार्ट अर्निंग, repay those amount to them or do something for them in return. I know it is not possible, it is not thinkable to repay the debt of our parents, but still if you feel like doing something for them or even for those who are not your parents and are supporting you, do that later, at a later stage, but at this stage accept their help. The seventh point: please treat the profession with complete respect. Please have the feeling of respect for this profession. See, if you lack respect towards the work that you are doing, for some reason, I am not saying that everybody here is disrespectful toward the profession, but see, if you have any of that kind of feeling, please discard it. Approach the profession with complete respect. And let me tell you that the profession does deserve that respect. This is a very, very noble profession. Now, see, there may be certain factors because of which ये profession बदनाम हो गया होगा, कुछ part बदनाम हो गया होगा. But see, ultimately, whenever the people are in trouble, in legal trouble I mean, उनको black coat ही याद आता है, वकील ही याद आता है, कितना भी कुछ वो कहें. क्यों याद आता है? Because the only person who can rescue them from their legal trouble is an advocate, a lawyer. And they approach lawyer with that faith and trust. So approach the profession with completely respectful feelings. Have respect for your seniors, have respect for your colleagues, have respect for the courts and judges, have respect for the court staff, have respect for the staff in your senior's office or in your own office, whether they are seniors or whether they are juniors. Please respect everyone. Have respect for people in general. Have respect for the clients that come to you. Love them. That is how you will be feeling respect towards your profession. You would be loving the work that you are doing. Eighth point: after you start your legal profession, spend each minute in developing yourself as a lawyer, in learning the art of advocacy, in learning the niceties of this profession, in learning various skills, the skills of dealing with people, the skills of drafting, skills of arguments, and all that are required to make you a good lawyer. Always have intention to be a courtroom lawyer. Now, there are lawyers who wear black coats and bands, come to the court building, engage some other lawyers, take some commissions. They don't work in the court and go home. You are not going to be that kind of lawyer, my dear friend. You are going to be a courtroom lawyer, a courtroom fighter, a front row fighter. Isn't it? Isn't that what you want to become? Is it not your dream to stand before the court and put your point across and try to convince the court and to obtain a favorable relief for your client? Spend each minute in developing yourself. Be observer and observant and learn many things. Do not waste your time. See, how can you do that? Firstly, by observing. Observing your senior, observing other lawyers, observing what is going on in the court. If you have spare time, go to court, sit and observe the court proceedings. Then go to the library, read latest judgments, read Bayer Acts, read articles, keep thinking. So utilize your time in developing yourself as a good lawyer. A ninth point: achieve work-life balance. Now I know this may sound somewhat different from my previous tip, But remember, you have to achieve that fine balance of your work and your life. Your life is not only and only and only legal profession. There are many other things to enjoy. And unless you spend some time in other recreational activities or other life balancing activities, your work will not become meaningful. For example, you must exercise every day in either of the forms. If you want to do strength training, do that, go to gym. If you don't have gym, buy some basic weights and do strength training at home. See YouTube videos on internet, how trainings are to be done. There is a lot of information available on internet how you can create a home gym. Like I have a home gym. I have certain basic equipments at my home. I have a bench, I have certain weights, I have a barbell, and basic things. And I have devised an exercise routine for myself. If you like to go on in the open and walk, then do that. Go for a walk every day. If you like cycling, do that. If you like swimming, there could be yoga. Whatever may be the form you choose, keep yourself fit every day. Devote at least 1 hour to yourself in the morning. Then mingle with friends. If you have some hobbies, nurture them. Go to movies. If you like singing, sing. Now there is a Star Maker app. Sing for pleasure. If you are a singer, enjoy singing. If you are a dancer, dance. Whatever you like, do that. Now, I don't mean that you spend your entire time in all these things. Your main focus should be on developing yourself as a lawyer in the initial stages, but at the same time, achieving work life balance. Also, devote some time in building your own network. So, while you will be working at your senior's chamber, parallelly, you also develop your own network of clients. Go to functions, go to events and programs, meet people, let them know that you have now become a lawyer and are ready to take work. People will know, they will start bringing some work to you. You have to devise your own ways of achieving all that. But don't just be into law, office, courts, files, briefs, courts. No, that is not life. You have to devote a major portion of your time to all these. I don't disagree with that. But also recharge yourself with these kinds of activities. Meditation is one of the best forms of relaxation. So if you have a liking or inclination toward relaxation, spirituality, meditate. That's the best practice. Another thing I would suggest you to do every day is to do Yoga Nidra. I have a wonderful audio of Yoga Nidra and I have been doing it for quite a long time. It relaxes me completely and deeply. Because you see, this is a profession of stress, tension, and you have to get used to that. You have to, I mean, it will not last longer. As time would progress, you would become mature enough to maintain your cool and to deal with the stressful situation even when you are caught up in a greatly tense situation. You will learn to deal with that eventually. But these things will help. So do that. Enjoy your life also while enjoying your work at the office or court. The 10th point is keep an eye on money also. I am not suggesting in the entire video, or I have not suggested that you forget money. No. What I meant was that in the initial stages, you will not get enough money. But as the time would progress, you would also get money. But the important thing for you to bear in mind is that unless you intend to get money, it will not come to you. I am not suggesting you to become greedy in the profession. I am also not suggesting you to resort to black tactics, to black hat practices. No, you have to earn money the right way, but you have to respect your work. You have to value your work. In the initial days, whatever work you do, you may not get paid. Don't worry. Your earning in that stage is your learning. The learning that you get, the experience that you get through that kind of work is your earning in the initial days. So consider that as your earning. But as time would progress, you have to set fees, you have to charge people, you have to recover fees, you have to demand them money. And there is a technique for all that you will have to develop, that you will learn in your senior's office eventually. On earning money, I have come across a wonderful book. The ideas in that book are so appealing to me, or to can be to everyone. I would make a separate video of it someday for sharing those ideas with you. The point is also keep an eye on money, and eventually you will start earning money. Money is, of course, important. The 11th point, and this is the last point, but still very, very important. From the start of your profession, from the start of your career, cultivate good habits. The very first habit that you should cultivate is the habit of trust. So, the habit of being trustworthy is the most important habit that you should focus on. How would you do that? Simple. By being congruent about your words and your conduct. Let there be congruency in what you believe and what you do. Keep small promises that you give to people. Be punctual. This can be a good habit. Be punctual. Be timely. Don't let people wait for you. Return your phone calls. So these are all habits that you can cultivate. If possible, write a journal every day. If possible, maintain a case law diary. Then cultivate the habit of regular reading of case laws. Regular reading of monthly journals that come in the library. That can be Supreme Court cases or any other regional journal of your area. Note down important cases. So these are the good habits that you should cultivate, and you can think of many other good habits right from the start of the profession. Now, the points that I have shared with you in this video, there is of course no guarantee. There can be no 100% guarantee. But if you adopt them and practice them, generally they should work for you to make a right beginning, a right start. So dear friends, with this I take your leave today, and I thank that young advocate who phoned me specially for consultation on with regard to his practice, the beginning of his practice. It is only because of his phone call that these points triggered in my head and gave me a topic for video for my young advocate friends today. And with this, I take your leave and wish you all the best, and see you in the next video.